Hello, I'm Darren. We have breaking news. More than 600,000 Americans have kidney failure. While the number of people with kidney failure is enormous, the number of people with its precursor, chronic kidney disease, is staggering. An estimated 31 million Americans, or about 10% of the US population. Diabetes and hypertension cause 2/3 of all cases of kidney disease. 1 out of every 3 Americans is at risk for kidney disease, and kidney disease is now among the top 10 causes of death in the United States. In addition, 9 out of 10 people with early to moderate kidney disease don't know they have it, putting their health in jeopardy. Are you at risk? For more information, contact urbankidneyalliance.org. The life you save may be yours.
What's going on? This your boy Steve, the kidney nurse. No green screen tonight. Had a good advisor tell me, drop the green screen tonight. So that's what I did. So I'm in the raw. I feel naked. But good evening, guys. Thank you for watching Steve, the kidney nurse. Tonight, I got a great show for you. Got a kidney war. You know, I said I wasn't going to do any single interviews, but that was with Urban Health Outreach Media. This is Steve, the kidney nurse, so this is different. But no, tonight we got author Joe Ramandaban, and I hope I spelled his name right. I may have put a little bit more letters in there than I should, but he's the author of Fat to Fit Fast. Let me read a little bio on Joe. He's a physical therapist practicing for 33 years. That's how long I practiced in dialysis. So we pretty much got in the field of medicine the same time. He's a doting dad of 2 teenage sons. And also, he's the #1 bestseller author of 2 books on Amazon. We got to talk to him about that. Joe was born with an autoimmune kidney disease called IgA neuropathy. He was diagnosed with the terminal kidney disease, stage 4 chronic kidney disease 10 years ago. Now, in 2010, his doctor warned him. At least he warned him, but he said, look, if you don't lose a lot of weight fast, this guy must have been big. If you don't lose a lot of weight fast, he'll send him to dialysis quickly. Quick, fast, in a hurry, and may need a kidney transplant soon, or worse, gave him that Grim Reaper report, die within 5 years. However, No one knows when you're going to die other than the man upstairs. So just believe that. So Joe, this wake-up call prompted him to lose 29 pounds in 33 days twice, and eventually lost a total of, get this, 75 pounds. Okay. This enabled him to live longer for another 5 years. Wow. Without needing dialysis, and eventually got a kidney transplant on July 10th, 2018. I guess why his book shot straight to the Amazon #1 bestseller. He continues to maintain his ideal weight of 141 to 145. Wow. For 7.5 years and counting. Today, what he's going to do, he's going to share with us his proven formula for fast weight loss and how to keep the excess fat off for life. Okay? I'm waiting to hear that. And he's going to do this and show you without, one, starving yourself, without working out like a mad dog, and without stepping into the gym. Okay? He's going to also show you how he managed to work 2 jobs while on dialysis for 3.5 years, and a single dad of his 2 young kids while on dialysis. Okay, Joe. Then how he reversed his diabetes naturally without medication. And then he's going to top it off with how he got 42, that may be a record, 42 potential living kidney donors within 1 year using social media. So let's bring this guy on, share this broadcast. Again, I'm in the raw. Without further ado, going to bring on Joe Ramondaban. Let's give him a VIP welcome. Hey, Joe, what's going on?
What's going on, my man,
right.
Steve?
Joe Ramondaban, author of Fat to Fit Fast. You got a lot of F's in there. It could be a little tongue-tied, man. Fat to Fit Fast, the #1 bestseller on Amazon. So, Joe, before we get into it, how did you find out that your book was the #1 bestseller on Amazon? Does that go by reviews? How do they determine that your book is a bestseller out of all the many other weight loss books that's on Amazon? Share that with us.
Well, just like Facebook and Google, they have algorithm, and there's a certain time in the day where they basically count the number of sales in that period, like hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and we tracked it because I've done this before. I've done this back in 2003 with my first book called Mining Online Gold. In fact, that book did even better than this one because that book went to #1 in 3 categories in all of Amazon. All right, and only #2 to Harry Potter, #4. So who can beat the boy wizard? But basically, there's a system, and someone in the know back in 2003 taught me that system. So when I applied it in 2018, January 11, 2018, we shot up to #1 in the first category was spirituality and health, 6 hours, and then the next #1 was another category for we did it in like 12 hours, and the next one was in 13 hours. So they track those sales.
Gotcha.
And you gotta know the right sub niche or the subcategory to rank.
All right. Well, I'm going to when my book come out next month, that's where I'm going to look to you to find the right category if my publisher doesn't do that. But Joe, share with us a brief history of your story. How did you know you had kidney disease? And what was that like when the doctor told you that news that you would die within 5 years?
Well, actually, I knew I had kidney infection when I was just an infant. I was lucky enough that my father was a doctor and discovered when I was an infant. See, my mom saw my urine being brown, frothy, and foul smelling. So told my dad, my father, and then my father immediately rushed me to the nearest hospital. And this is like a small town in the Philippines called Tabango Leyte. So I knew, and I had, I was on a no salt diet for like 8.5 years. And I thought at age 8.5 or 9 years, I was allowed to eat salt. It was the first time I tasted salt. So I thought I was cured. And then 27 years later, I was peeing a lot in the bathroom and I had back pain. This was like when I was turning 35. Okay. And what happened was the doctor, the nephrologist, her name is Dr. Diamond, said, asked me about my history. I said, I have no other illness that I could think of except that I had kidney infection when I was a baby. I almost died from it. And immediately she ordered biopsy, and a week later, boom, I was already in stage 3, Steve. I only had like 35, 40 percent remaining in both my kidneys. Then by the time I was 43, okay, in 2010, I was already in stage 4. So, but what happened was I was told by my doctor, because, from stage 4, which is what, 15 to 20%, 25%?
That thing's 29. Where's my card?
I do know that stage 5 is 15 and under, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So as soon as he told me that, most people who have, and I was already diabetic by that time, not because of, it's because of, my lifestyle at the time. I was heavy. I was eating a lot of food, and I was traveling the world speaking about internet marketing and email marketing at a time that I was really unhealthy. I was sedentary, working on a computer. So, I literally had, he told me, 5 years to live.
Wow.
Now, so I lost a lot of weight the first time, 29 pounds in 33 days. I was inspired by my kids. I remember that day, it's June 18, 2010. So as soon as I, decided to lose 30 pounds in 30 days, I took action, and I took notes, wrote a journal about my journey. And eventually, a year and a half, 2 years later, I eventually lost 65 pounds, being 29 pounds in 33 days twice, and a few more pounds. So, so what happened was, my diabetes was reversed. Okay, I lost a lot of weight, and I was able to extend my life for another 5 years. So I didn't get into dialysis until like April Fool's Day, 2015.
Okay, so what you're saying is when the doctor told you that grave information about dialysis and that you would die within 5 years or start dialysis immediately, you put into action a plan to turn your life around. And so before we talk about that plan, tell us about your experience on dialysis. What was that like for you when you walked into the clinic or when you started your first treatment?
Well, I was in the emergency room because I had I had a big belly that developed within like 3 to 4 weeks. And around my birthday, in fact, the day after my birthday, I called my primary doctor, who happens to go to the same church. and he asked me. That was a Saturday, and then he asked me to go with my friends, a couple, Mr. and Mrs. Laura Allison, and we were sitting in the same pew side by side, and he noticed I was going like this during the sermon, right? So he immediately took me to his clinic, tested me, stool, blood, and urine samples, and wrote a letter to the ER doctor. And my friends, Laura and Mike, took me to the ER. And man, it was just in the nick of time. Because you know why? I was anemic. I mean, my hemoglobin level was at 5.5.
That's really low.
Had I missed it by like 30 minutes, I would have been dead. I would have been
Wow,
dead.
that's really low.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I almost died the second time on my 48th birthday. Days after that.
Okay.
So that's how I discovered the gravity of it. And of course, at the time, my kids were like 8 and 4, and they were my reason for living. So I said, I gotta live. I gotta live for my kids. And you know, I decided to, you know, go on to that campaign of getting, you know, donors, living kidney donors, to get me transplanted. It was an amazing journey, to say the least.
Wow.
A lot of people helped me, though. A lot of people.
Now, did you go to in center or you did at home?
Well, first, because I was working, okay, okay, get this. I got out of the hospital like 6 days after, and I kid you not even 3 weeks later, I went back to full-time work as a home health physical therapist. Right, and then I was in a 5-year custody battle with my ex-wife for my kids, and I won the half custody, so I bought a house immediately, and then I got a mortgage now, so I went to work. So I had what do you call this, PD? I had PD, peritoneal dialysis, for about 6-7 months. Now the challenge was this. I was great, you know. I was at night. I was by myself. You know, my kids were there every other weekend, and they never saw me in pain. I never showed it because I didn't want them to be alarmed because they were so young. So what happened was, so I went to work, you know, and then the catheter that was put into my belly was the wrong one, and the doctors did not tell me until after 7 months. That's why I would jump up in pain every night because of the wrong catheter, and they didn't tell me. So that was changed. I went to in-center dialysis, and this time I said, you know, I gotta be more creative because now I have so much energy, so much time. Because before, when I was on peritoneal dialysis, I could go to sleep, get my dialysis, and wake up as if it's a normal day, right? Whereas when you're in center dialysis, it's very taxing to the body because it like sucks the life out of you and then puts back the cleansed blood, right?
Okay.
And you're only getting it, 12 hours a week, whereas
it depends on how many, what the hours are. You know,
I was getting it three days a week.
That's at 4 hours, 3 times a week. That's 12 hours.
Whereas in PD, I was getting it 8 times 7.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
56 hours. So, and then I said, the bills were piling up. Of course, I had a mortgage. I had, all the bills, child support, and all that. So I became creative. I asked my client home health. I said, hey, I'm not really doing anything except like sit and get this fistula hooked up to the dialysis machine, right? Okay. And I have one free hand. So I asked them if they can send me their home health notes of my fellow therapists, all right? And I would do QA review. So that's what I did. I work like from 8 to 5 at as a physical therapist, home health, during the day, Monday to Friday, and then at night, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, for 4 hours, I would do my work with one hand, with like my iPad in one hand, and just do my QA. So I got
Wow.
creative. So I was making twice my income while being on dialysis.
Okay,
Because
I
again,
ain't
I
mad
was
at you.
committed to live longer, and my kids are there.
Right,
So-
right. So let's talk about your program. Hold on. I thought I downloaded something. Wait a minute. So talk about your program. Wait a minute. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Talk
mean
about
my
your
fat to fit-
program. Fit with it. Fast to fit.
To fitfast.com. Yeah.
Yeah, talk about that. I'm about to upload a picture.
Okay. So
How did you get into that?
well,
Here we go.
I've always been a health nut ever since I was young, and despite my chronic kidney disease since I was born, really, I was very athletic.
Okay.
And then when I came to America, I was a traveling PT for like 6 years. I thought, the American way is the best way in terms of diet. So I was eating like cafeteria food in the hospital in the morning. At lunch, I would like get Wendy's and then maybe McDonald's at night. I was getting frozen food because I was always in a new environment the first 6 years. So I kind of ballooned. And then I got into karate and then I lost weight. And then when interesting enough, when I got married in 99, somehow I got into this thing called internet marketing, which is the precursor to social media marketing. And I got even heavier, not just because of my sedentary lifestyle and because I was traveling a lot, speaking all over Asia and America and Canada. Like this picture right there on the left, okay. That was me in February 2nd of 2002.
Okay.
And
with the yellow shirt on?
No, the one on the one with the yellow shirt, that was May 15th, 1995. That was probably the heaviest I was. Sorry,
Okay.
2005. And the one above it, the one in white with glasses,
Right.
this was February 2nd, 2002. Okay. Now, if you notice the picture on the right, on the top with red and
Right.
golden yellow, that was age 48. That was September 30th, 2014. No, I was 47 years old, sorry. And then the one on the right with the Superman shirt, that was just last year, like around Halloween of last year. So I kept the weight off since 2013. So anyway, so see, here's what I did. So I experimented with myself, People were shocked. Like I went to church 2 weeks after I decided to lose a lot of weight. My friends didn't recognize me because I lost almost 30 pounds, by that time. And they thought I was like depressed or like starving myself. Said, no, I just decided to lose weight for my kids so I can live longer and not be on dialysis, like next week or next month. I want to prolong my life. And then, so I experimented on things like what to eat, how much to eat, what to exercise. And interestingly enough, okay, both times that I lost 29 pounds in 33 days, I did not starve myself. I did not go even to the gym. I just did it all at home. I was doing like home video workout, or I was walking around the neighborhood. Okay, I was living in a town called Helotes, Texas, not too far from here. So the formula is called Being You. Okay, Being You, in fact, I have this Fat to Fit Fast fun shop, a free fun shop that I'm doing for only 12 people, and I only have like 4 spots left this Saturday, 12/12/2020 at 12 noon Eastern. And I'm doing it for free because I want to help a lot of people. And before I can release it publicly, which is like in a month from now, I'd like to put a beta test, a pilot program that I offer to like 12 people for free. And so essentially, here's the program. It's Being You. Okay, B stands for belief. Okay, you gotta believe 100%, if not 1,000%, that you will achieve your goal of losing weight, no matter how much weight you want to lose. At the time, I wanted to lose 30 pounds in 30 days. Okay, now with that, you have to not just pray, meditate, visualize that you are it. In fact, if you could put a picture on your phone, if you can declare it on Facebook that this is what I'm doing, okay? It's accountability. Most importantly, you gotta dedicate it to people that you love. It could be you, but if it's somebody that, like your kids, your spouse, your boyfriend, girlfriend, somebody, your parents, if you can dedicate your weight loss for someone else, it's more powerful because you will do more.
Well, let me ask you this. I thought it was always said that when you do something, you got to do it for yourself. And what I mean by that, like, say the person who may be on drugs or alcohol and they got to get clean. You can't do it for your, they teach you that you can't get clean for someone else. You got to do it for yourself. So I'm just asking in this case.
I get your point. See, I was really doing it for myself, but for the benefit, for the long-term benefit of my kids.
Or
because I figured if I die, what would happen to them?
Right.
I got to provide for them. Okay. Especially because they're very smart, very good kids, straight A's since like first grade, and they want to go to college. In fact, my son wants to be a doctor. That's expensive. And I don't want them to be in student debt. Like there were 7 of us in the family. My parents paid for all our college. It's a tradition in our family. Okay? Sure. So that's my belief. Okay.
Right.
So you got to believe 100%.
All right. So let's talk about that program.
Okay. So here's the second part. Okay. The E is for educate. Like you see all the books behind me. That's just part of the things I read. Like 2 shelves is about health and fitness and mindset. Okay. You got to educate yourself and enlighten yourself. The third step in the acronym Being You is you got to nourish yourself with the right thoughts, with the right food and drink, and the right air, like sunlight, air. So you got to nourish yourself, the right amount of sleep. Okay. And then energize. You got to learn how to manage your energy. Okay. How to increase it when you need it, how to relax when you need it. Okay. Like I have a system of like increasing my metabolism right off the bat. Like as soon as I wake up, I do this, what I call hour of power. I do 15 minutes of meditation, prayer, and then visualization, and then 20 minutes of high intensity interval training. And then third step, I do like 10, 15 minutes of gratitude journaling. And the last 10 minutes, I would do like a quick shower, a cold shower, because that will increase your metabolism. Okay. And then the last one is you got to reward yourself when you win, and you do it every day. Okay. And this program, I will basically do a live interactive program with these 12 people coming up Saturday at 12 noon Eastern. We're going to do a 3-hour live interactive fun workshop. So that's basically the whole program. And then, I'm going to monitor them for the next 21 days remaining in the year and get some, feedback, get some testimonials from them and how it's helped them. So now I can release it officially to the public like a month and a half from now. So that's the whole process. It's being you. Believe, educate or enlighten, nourish, energize, and win. Celebrate your wins. So being you.
So you looking, how many people you looking? You said
I'm looking for 12. Yeah.
12 people to participate in a 21-week.
It's a 3-hour fun workshop, which is this Saturday at 12 noon.
And what's entailed in the workshop?
What do you mean? Like,
and what are you going to be talking about?
The being you principle, the being you formula, like how to install the belief system so that not only will you lose weight, but you'll keep it for the rest of your life. Like that, like what I'm doing. I've had this weight for 7 years now, and then I'm going to tell them how to like really educate themselves the fastest way, because there's reading books, there's listening to audiobooks, and there's also, get this, modeling. Okay, modeling is the fastest way to learn something. Okay, what do you mean? What do I mean modeling? You got to model somebody who's done it. So if you want to model somebody who's fit and has been fit for 7 years, you know, you got to hang out with that person. You got to learn.
What about when it comes to kidney disease?
Okay, see, here's the thing. The reason, the ultimate reason I had in terms of my my kidney disease is that I didn't want to get into dialysis that fast because I was already in stage 4. Like I have a friend and classmate who finally got his kidney transplant last May, right? He went from stage 3 to stage 5 in like 6 to 8 months. You know, I went from stage 1 to stage 3 in 35 years. And then from stage 3 to stage 4 in about 7 years. Okay. And then from stage 4 to stage 5 in 5 years.
Gotcha.
Okay. So I must have done something right? To prolong my chronic kidney disease.
But when somebody say everybody's different.
True, but in general though,
right,
the healthier you are and the fitter you are, the better you qualify for a transplant.
So
and the less,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Less of a need of like, okay, for example, how was I able to work 2 jobs for 3.5 years while on dialysis? Because I already lost the weight. I was already fit. I wasn't healthy in terms of my kidney, but I was already fit. I already had the energy. You know how in dialysis, you don't have energy at all. Like you right? See, that's the thing. And I never had any sores or never had problem with diabetes, you know. Like some people get amputated, they get gangrene, you know, never had those problems. The only problem I had really was the lack of sleep, but I learned how to meditate and train myself to sleep for 6 hours and still be energetic because of what I've done in the previous 5 years. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
It's hand in hand. Because the healthier you are, the better you are ready for whatever comes your way, whether it be dialysis or getting ready for transplant. Because in transplant, you got to have at least at the most 25% BMI.
Okay.
See, when I was challenged by my doctor, I had like 35% BMI. I got to get down to 25 or under.
Okay. Let's talk about how you got, what you say, 42 people to sign up for transplant.
Okay. That's another.
What was that? It was
I got 42.
Go ahead.
Okay. So what happened was this, all right? So they, when I was diagnosed with stage 5, right?
Yeah,
I went with kidney failure.
42 potential living kidney donors within a year. So before you go on, what happened to these 42 people? Did they go on to help other people get a transplant? Where did they go?
Well, the original hospital that I was signed up to got all those information. Actually, no, the first 30, 35. I only got the last 7. Because I signed up. That's another thing, but that's another topic for another time, right? You got to sign up for the right hospital. Okay. See, what happened was this.
What do you call the right hospital? What determines the right hospital?
Well, for me, I was in the right place at the right time. San Antonio is the home of the Texas Transplant Institute. It has the most living kidney donor transplant in the whole world.
Now, I understand that, but how would that benefit somebody in Baltimore, Maryland?
Well, again, it's proximity. What I'm saying is you gotta like my mistake was I did not research which hospitals have the best. And I was in Texas, and I'm in Texas. There's a lot of good transplant hospitals. I didn't even know that Methodist was number 1 until I did my research. Desperation got me to it. So doing proper research is important. Okay. And you can sign up for San Antonio because there's like what do you call that? There's I forgot the name of it. There's some like a network where you can sign up for multiple hospitals if you qualify. See, in my case though, I was dead set. That I was going to get my kidney transplant, within 12 months.
Okay, so what was the method?
For what? Okay, here's what I did.
Get those people.
So April 20th, 2017, okay, my nephrologist, the surgeon at the University Hospital, and everybody else said, okay, you're clear. Because they thought they misdiagnosed me when I was on kidney failure back on April 1st, 2015. They misdiagnosed me with liver cirrhosis. And I'm thinking, there's no way. Number one, I don't drink. I don't even drink alcohol. Never done drugs. I'm not promiscuous. There's no way. And I've never been exposed or never had hepatitis. So anyways, my point was they misdiagnosed me. It took them 2 years to figure out that, oh, sorry, we're wrong. They didn't even apologize. All right. So April 20th, 2017, 2 years after I was first diagnosed with kidney failure, they said, okay, you're clear. You can have kidney transplant. All you got to do is find a donor or be on the waiting list. So I asked, how long is the waiting list? Well, in San Antonio, it's between 6 to 12 years, average of 7, 8 years. Oh, I was like, I can't wait that long. And then a friend of mine named Brian Kelly, told me about living kidney donation, which I didn't know. Okay. And I said, wow. So I signed up for this program. I forgot the name. I think it was Kidney Buzz. And they helped me supposedly get potential donors. Well, in 2 months, they produced like 20 leads for me, likes. Whereas in my case, I said, I took over that. I said, let me take over my social media page. And in 1 day, I got 200 likes. So
what did you do to get that 200 likes?
Just viral marketing on my, because I had 4,000 plus friends on Facebook alone.
Okay.
So
one advantage you have 4,000 friends. Now, how would that work? Somebody who has 100 friends or 150?
Get more friends.
Okay.
Actually,
I mean, he may not know.
Kidding aside. All right. There's a thing called COIN, Circle of Influence Networking. All right. Remember the concept of 6 degrees of separation back in the 80s before the internet?
Okay.
Remember that show, 6 Degrees of Separation, with
I
Kevin
don't remember the
Bacon?
show, I know the movie.
The movie 6 Degrees, remember, with Will
Mhm.
Smith.
Mhm.
Anyways, well, now we're only 2 degrees of separation. Okay, if each friend of yours, you have 100, right? If each friend of yours right now has a circle of influence of 100, so 100 times 100 is what? 10,000 potential followers or potential sharers.
Okay.
So the way I did it was this, okay? I just asked, I just one post, I said, I need help. I'm on kidney dialysis. I really want to get transplanted. And I have this Facebook page. That's it. 200 in one day. Then this was like 6 months. And in fact, from that 200, I already got 2 altruistic donors who somehow saw my page being shared. And then 2 of them, one was a direct friend, the other one is totally unknown, a lady from Arizona, contacted me right away, like in 2-3 days. Okay, but they did not pass, and I waited like another 6 months to find out. Again, it was the wrong hospital that I chose. So now I learned my lesson. So I said, I did this campaign. All right, I posted, I kid you not, May 25th. All right, 2017. I just posted in blue colors on Facebook. Who do you know who knows someone who knows somebody who works for a TV station? Okay, so people said, "Hey, I know this. Unbeknownst to me, there was a local producer who found out about my post in about 2-3 weeks, and I remember June 27th, 2017. All right, a week after Father's Day, maybe 10 days after Father's Day, I was driving and an unknown, call showed up, right? I answered the phone and man, I almost like swerved to the right when she said, "Oh, this is Jenny Suniga. I'm from Ken's 5 TV. I want to interview you about your kidney story." I'm like, holy crap. I pulled over and she said, "When are you available?" I said, "I'm available now." I said, "Well," she said, "I'm working tonight. So let me schedule for tomorrow. Are you available 7:30 in the morning?" At the time, I was off from work. So I said, "Yeah." So they came, they did this hour-long interview video, and I just posted it on my Facebook page. And they did an awesome job. 2.5 minutes of this awesome job. It was free. It would have cost me thousands, all right? Now, that video was showed on TV the day after July 4th. Okay?
Okay.
Oh, man, I got so many calls.
Well, Joe, I don't mean to cut you off, man. I
Yeah.
just want to, okay, you got 42. How, if someone's watching this right now, how is this going to help them? What is the theme of what they need to do to find a donor? I mean, this all worked out for you, right place, right time. Not everybody knows news reporters and can get that type of reaction. So how can what you know, how can they apply it into their life?
Okay. Again, I'm telling you, this is what I did. I'm sharing you what I did. Okay.
Okay.
I posted on my Facebook page.
Okay. We
Right?
see a lot of that because
Okay.
let me ask you this. Let me
Okay.
break this down right quick because you just said something. We have multiple people posting, advocating for 10, 7, 8 different people on Facebook, and you see all these different cartoon ads and all these other ads asking for a living kidney donor. Now, if someone do that, how do they sift through all the other ads that's already flooding their timeline or connected to this community?
See, I did multiple avenues. I had a car magnet.
Okay, car magnet.
Okay, I had shirts made.
Shirt. Okay.
Okay, I had videos from my friends who have big networks of friends. They have like thousands, if not hundreds, of friends on Facebook.
But
See,
what
here's
about,
what I
see,
did.
you just said hundreds of thousands. Not everybody has that.
Again, Steve, here's what I'm saying. You're
Okay.
only 2 degrees of separation from the president of the United States, from anybody in the world. You know, you don't use your own network. You use the circle of influence of your network. That's what I'm saying. If you have 100, and each one of the 100 have 100, that's 100 times 100 is 10,000.
But that's if even those people 100 share, because I hear a lot of stories that
You don't
people,
have to have a lot of. Okay, I'll give you a perfect example. Perfect example. Dulce del Toro is one woman I will never forget. So she produced at least 20 donors in 2 weeks, at least, maybe even more. Okay, I lost count because it went all to university. Here's what happened. All right, I had my mechanic, okay, post a magnet in the back of his truck. His best friend Douglas Aguilera saw the magnet, and he said, "Amigo, ¿dónde está? Where did you get that magnet?" And then so happened that I was supposed to pick up my car from Jesus, my mechanic. So he said, "Hey man, can I get that magnet? Can I get a copy?" I said, "Sure," because I made 20 of them. Okay. Again, I posted this on my face and said, "Who's willing to help me? You know, share this on your car, on your Facebook, all that." Because then again, I asked for help. I didn't see. Here's the problem with most people advertising their need for kidney donors. They're directly asking their people for help. No, they don't do that. Okay, here's the psychology here. Okay, and I learned this from a fellow kidney transplantee. His name is David Fry. Okay, he's helped me do this viral marketing campaign. He said, "Joel, do not ask that person to donate. Instead, you message him, call him, text him or her, and say, who do you know who, I mean, do you mind sharing my story to your people?" Okay. Don't ask directly. Don't ask, you know, would you please donate to me? Don't do that. Don't do a direct ask. Do an indirect. So that's what I did. So I asked like 30, 40 of my friends from high school, from grade school to college, to my fellow physical therapists, and 20 of them created videos that I actually wrote the script, and they read the script, or they told the script for like 2 minutes, and they shared it on their Facebook. So now, let's say somebody has 500 friends. So there's a potential of 500 friends who saw that, and they asked them to share it. So 500, let's say each has 100. So that's 500 times 100 is 50,000. You see what I'm saying? So I go back to Dulce del Toro. Okay. So the magnet, Dulce del Toro had only maybe 300-400 friends at the time. Okay. This was September of 2017. All right. She was caught in traffic on 281 here in San Antonio. Douglas happens to be in front of her. And there was my need help, kidney for Joel, my phone number. That's it. All in red and background white. Took a picture, okay? Shared it to her Facebook timeline. She was thinking in an instant, you know what? Because she usually shares it privately to her friends only. She said, I'm going to make it public. Made it public. I kid you not. In like 24 hours, I was on dialysis, and every one of my technicians and all that said, "Hey, I saw you on Facebook. I saw your sign." Da 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 da. So I it took me like a week to find out where it came from, because all of a sudden I was getting calls, I was getting messages, I was getting people sign up for the donors. It was crazy. Like in 2 weeks. Okay.
Okay.
Now that picture was shared, get this, 8,000 times and was viewed by at least maybe 10, 20,000, maybe more in like 2.5 weeks all
right.
over the world. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, let me ask you, because we're kind of running down on the time, about 10 minutes left. But let me ask you, so when you share like that, does your story have to be compelling? How does it have to be set up? What you just write, I need a kidney, and put a picture up and share it? You don't do no advertisement or what?
Okay.
Share that.
You got to have a Facebook page.
Okay.
And you got to have your bio set up right. I no longer have it at kidneyforjoel.com because it's now redirected to superkidney.com. But I composed that. I hired somebody from the Philippines to design that website. Really simple pictures of me and my kids. All right, and then it was like an indirect ask also, and there's a bio about me and all that, and the right cover photo, which has information about being a kidney donor. Again, it's not a direct ask. It's about sharing. Please share, or please like and share, because at the time it was okay to do that. Okay, so
Okay.
these things, they make a difference. In fact, you know what, Steve? If you want to interview me just on this, on how exactly I did it, I'm willing to do that to help our community. I mean, I'm willing to do that.
I really had to come back
we're talking about
on another show and talk about that. But the weight loss is called the Benu system, right?
Benu.
Benu.
Benu, like BENEW.
Oh, Benu. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And go over that one more time. The acronyms.
The B for believe, E for educate, N for nourish, E for energize, and W for win. So be the new you in the new year. So be new.
Okay. And this webinar or seminar that you're going to hold this Saturday.
It's a workshop. It's an interactive
okay. The workshop is going to go over the Benu concept.
Yeah, in detail.
In detail. How long is that workshop?
3 hours.
Wow. Are you going to be able to hold people's attention for that long?
Oh, I tell you what, I've done this so many times in terms of speaking, and because I'm a physical therapist. I do that with my patients. I make it fun. Yeah, definitely. If they're really committed, of course. If I'm really committed to something, I'll spend 3 days, 3 weeks just to learn.
So you don't have So do you have any guarantee on weight loss if someone did come and want
I can't guarantee anything because it's free.
Okay.
It's always comes down to this.
But it is
your
responsibility. The Benu concept.
It's proven though. I've done it. I've helped people. In fact, I have not only helped them lose weight fast. Like I'm talking about Andy, who's a fellow physical therapist, and I'm thinking about Rick Palmer, who's local here. He was like my dialysis seatmate on my last day. But I also helped them, find their living kidney donors.
Okay. And how long did that take?
For Andy, because of COVID, it happened. So he approached me February 18th. You mean the transplant or the losing weight?
How long did it take him to get transplant when you matched up with him?
Andy, he approached me February 18th of last year. And then he got transplant last May. Again, he was delayed because of the COVID.
But so I mean, he happened February 2019.
Yes.
And so he was on dialysis for a whole year.
No, he wasn't. I helped him delay his dialysis.
Okay, so you delayed. What stage was he at?
So, okay, here's the thing. He was stage 3 6 months before, like in late 2018, like November, and he was already in stage 5 by August. I mean, he
Okay.
went fast, like
Okay.
fast.
And
you
so
know.
you help him stay off until they found him a kidney.
And of course, the doctors help and all that. But
Right.
what I helped him with is really losing the weight fast
Mm-hmm.
and
that
maintaining.
gave him buy some more time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So give us a time, and how can people reach you? They're interested in participating in this workshop.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Are we on Facebook, right?
Yes.
Okay. They can message me on Facebook, or they can go to fattofitfast.com. Now, it is not guaranteed that they'll be accepted because I only need 4 people as of this point. I have to talk to them and discuss with them and find out if they're really serious about it, because I only want serious people. Do you know what I'm saying? It's got to be somebody who's really serious about losing weight and prolonging their life, pretty much, in terms of being healthy and all that. Because I'm all about not just fat to fit fast, but fat to fit fast for life.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I would guess anybody who's dealing with kidney disease that's on the transplant list, and they need to lose weight, they need to talk to their physician before they do this program.
I would imagine so. Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Yeah. And they don't have to have kidney disease. Of course, your
community that we
your community
cater to
is mainly
chronic kidney disease.
Yeah. But I'm looking for all kinds, basically, men, women, but primarily in the late 30s to like 60 age range, from just this 12. And again, I'm only looking for 4 more people.
Oh, you already got 4?
No, I already got 8.
Oh, okay. And
I only want 12. I can only handle 12.
Okay, and then this is the picture right here of you actually losing weight.
Yeah. And you can see me now. That's my
So
picture.
the concept that you're going to be talking about is in this book.
Yes, it's actually a more expanded version of my book because it's hands-on. See, the challenge with books is that people read it, but they don't really apply it. This one is application.
Gotcha.
And there's follow-up. See, the most important thing about this is the action, not just the knowledge, but the action, and also the follow-up, the accountability. Because I'll have them in groups of 3 or 4 for accountability. So, because they're going to be held accountable every single day amongst themselves, amongst the big group, and then there's a buddy system.
Gotcha.
So we'll be applying this concept of BNU between the 12th and the 31st, which is about 21 days.
Okay. So again, let me put it up there. Joe Ramon DeBond, best-selling author on Amazon, Fat to Fit Fast. If you want to sign up for his program that's coming up in Saturday, the
5 days
workshop, go to www.fattofitfast.com to sign up. You're only looking for 4 people. It's free. I mean, if you got weight on and you've been having a hard time getting it off, you got a #1 bestseller right here, willing to give you 21-day workshop on how to lose.
No, the workshop is 3 hours, but the follow-up is 21 days.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. The workshop is 3 hours.
Yeah.
And
so we're going to be in a community, a Facebook page group. In fact, that goes to my Facebook page, Facebook group, Fat to Fit Fast Family. All right. So the 3 hours will be intense workshop. I'll lay out the BNU system And then after that, we're going to do like 21-day follow-up amongst each other. There's going to be posting of the wins, how much you lost weight, what struggle do you have, and how can we help? How can your body help? That kind of thing. So it's going to be very interactive.
Oh, awesome. Awesome, man. Can't wait to see that, man. And look forward to bring you back to get a report, evaluation, how everything went. So, man, Joe Ramon Devine, kidney warrior, transplant recipient, #1 best author on Amazon, Fat to Fit Fast. Man, thank you so much for coming on the show, Joe.
Thank you so much, Steve. I appreciate it, truly.
All right, man. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye for now.
All right, man. Take care. Yeah, so this was a great show, guys. Really enjoyed Joe being on and sharing his sharing his knowledge on that. And go ahead, Candy, latest. Nah, it's all good. You can always rewind the broadcast. I just appreciate you coming on. And please share this broadcast, guys. Share it. We got to bring Sharon Simpson Rouse on, talk about her support group. So thank you guys for watching. This is Steve, the kidney nurse. Right here, if you got a question on dialysis, I'll answer it. Reach out to me on Facebook, YouTube channel, Steve, the kidney nurse. Talk to you guys soon. Again, like, subscribe, and comment. Peace. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention, if you're interested in a subscription plan, if you got low kidney problems and you want to try Renadil for low kidney function, we got the subscription plan going across the ticker, and it's only through an offer through Urban Kidney Alliance and Renadil. So if you're interested in the subscription plan, reach out at the email below, going across the ticker. You won't be mad. So, with a can, always glad I could make it. Yeah. Yes, Candy. Thank you. I appreciate you. I truly do. And so, share this broadcast. Guys, thank you. Good night. I'm tired. I did 2 shows tonight. So, see you guys on the other side. God bless. Don't forget to watch Warrior Quest tomorrow night. Peace.